Sitting up nice and tall, sitting on a block or a cushion if that is comfy for you. And then just take some big deep breaths in and out. Closing the eyes if you feel comfortable. Really big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Listening to any sounds you can hear around you. Then in your own time, you can keep the eyes closed or you can open them as we're going to take the ear to the shoulder. Just stretch out the neck. And then do a little half circle round to the other side. And back. And back to the other ear. And bringing up the head to center. We're going to take some big, deep breaths in. Exhale, bringing the arms back down together through heart center. Big breath in. Exhale as we come back down to heart center. And two more. And one more. Then hand on the ground. Big breath in. Exhale. So we come over to the side, opening up that rib cage. And good, coming back. Let's go to the other side. Big breath in. Exhale, up and over. We're going to go one more each side. Really opening up the obliques. And the other side, trying to keep both hip bones down. And back up. At the top, breathing in. Exhale, let's go down the center. Just down as low as is comfortable. Breathing in at the bottom. Exhale, coming back up. Open the chest to the sky, just a little. Big breath in. And rolling down. Big breath in at the bottom. Exhale, coming up. Nice. From here, let's go into our quadruped. And we can go into our fists if our wrists aren't comfortable. And we're just going to go into a cat-cow. Gliding through the shapes. Making sure to let that head follow with the spine. You don't have to keep in time with me. Couple more. Flowing through. Breathing in, exhale, and we're going to go back into our child's pose. Relaxing the forehead on the ground. Feeling that connection to the earth. Breathing in. Exhale, coming back out. Over those hands. And then come back with that weight. So we're just playing with transferring the weight from up over our hands back onto our pelvis. Thinking about those shoulder blades. Couple more. Relaxing the pelvis down each time. And then this time we're down. We're going to thread that needle through. So thread one of your arms through. Really trying to open up the chest through that gap. Good, and coming back as we switch over places. Pushing through. And coming back. We're going to stretch out the feet. So tuck the toes. And you can just lean back on those toes to wherever is comfortable. I can't sit back all the way on them. So I'm just going to lean here. Big breath in. Exhale. Tuck the toes back underneath ourselves. And same thing. This is a lot more comfortable for me, but I know for others, this kind of stretching the feet this way doesn't feel that as great. So you can definitely rest your weight forward if that's the case. And back we go. So we're going to tuck the toes. And the other way. Let's do the same with our hands. And facing our knees. We can lift the fingers to the thumb. And then the other way. Again, lifting the fingers and thumb. And then we can just do some circles. One way and then the other. We'll come up into our down dog. So I'm going to tuck the feet, send the pelvis, the highest point to the sky, really lengthen from pelvis to fingertips. And with the knees, they can be as bent or as lengthened as is comfortable. If your heels touch the floor, great. If they don't, like mine, great too. Breathing in, exhale, coming up and over into your modified plank. Breathing in, exhale, tucking the toes back. I'm just going to play with this flow here. Coming up into a plank or a modified. One more. Good, as we come back, placing our pelvis on the mat. From here, I'm going to have the legs out in front of us. Have hands up in front of us. And we're going to start in this lengthened position, and we are actually going to tuck the pelvis to let myself round the spine to come back to wherever is comfortable. And then that rounding to come back up, we start with the head coming back through each vertebrae to come up to that extension. So we go into that flexion, round back, breathing in, exhale, coming back up. Now we're going to open an arm, coming back to wherever you can feel the core engaged and working, but you're not straining on the neck. And then open to one arm to one side. And close. Coming up. Breathing in. Exhale, coming down. We're going to open the other way. And close. And coming up. And down. And open. Close. And up. And down. And open. And up. Good. We're going to go one more each side. And open. And close. And up. And down. And open. And close. And up. Good. Making sure you got lots of mat behind you. Breathing in. Exhale. rolling down. And this time we're going to keep going, keep going, keep going until you come to the mat. Bring the legs in underneath you. Secure those hands on the ground. Breathing in, exhale, pelvis goes into a curl towards you to come up, lifting each vertebrae at a time to come to the sky. Try not to grip the glutes excessively. And then at the top, we come down vertebrae at a time. Pelvis returns back to that neutral place. Breathing in. Exhale, curl that pelvis. Coming up. Breathing in. Exhale, coming down. We're going to go 2 more. And 1 more. And lower. Now this time we're going to lift a leg. So I'm going to lift the left leg. I'm going to keep it in line with my leg, with my knee that's on the floor. Breathing in. Exhale, really pushing into that foot. And come up, off. Breathing in at the top. Exhale to come down. We're just going to do 1 more on this side because it's quite intense. Breathing in. Exhale. Coming up. Push, push into that mat. And coming back down. And switch. Breathing in. Exhale. Pelvis. Everything coming up. Breathing in at the top. Exhale. Coming down. Once more. Try and really think of energy going throughout that leg that's up. Breathing in. Exhale. Pelvis. Spine peeling off. At the top, exhale. And then coming back down through the vertebrae at a time. Good. Hugging both knees into the chest. Relaxing the spine, relaxing the pelvis. I'm going to lengthen both legs out on the mat. We're going to, let me just move my water bottle. We're going to send that flying. We're going to peel one leg off, take it to the ceiling. So with here, it's if we need to bend the knee to really kind of be able to bring that leg up more to the ceiling, you can do, because we're going to start with small circles, but really try and lengthen through that leg if possible. I'm on a bit of a diagonal on this side. We're going to draw some little circles. 1, 2, 3. We're going to draw those circles the other way. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to let the leg really go. So it goes across the body and let the pelvis move on this. Let the weight of that leg take you. Weight of the leg take you. And the other way. Weight of the leg takes it round. 2, 3. Bring that leg in. Sending it out. Other leg in. And lengthen to the sky. Here, 3 circles. 1, 2, 3. And the other way. 2, 3. We're going to go in towards the body first. 1, 2, 3. And the other way. 1, 2, 3. Good. Bringing that leg in and bringing them both down. Let's just rock all this back and forth. We want to try and find that neutral. So wherever the pubic bones and the ASAS, the sticky out bones, face your kind of ceiling, that's neutral. For a lot of us, though, this might increase, like for me, it increases my curvature in the spine. So I'm going to slightly posterior tilt. So I'm slightly tilting that pelvis towards me a little to get that spine not flat on the floor and still keeping my natural curvature, but I'm just protecting it a little bit. Let's go arms up. Bring them in line with the ears. So we flow up and down. Try and feel those shoulder blades on the back moving and gliding and not sticking. See, can you keep both arms in time with each other? We want to try and keep that rib cage down. I find if I go past the point of my ears, I can feel my rib cage lift, and then I've lost this connection. So I want to try and just get to a point where I know I've got the rib cage coming down and it's connected to the core. Good. We're going to do one more coming to the ears, and then we're going to take the arms out to the side, arms out to the side and back in. I keep the arms in my peripheral, so I'm not running across the floor with them. Because the moment I let this one come down to the floor, I'm then really over in that joint. So I'm just going to try and work on the mobility within my peripheral. One more. And then coming back to that place when almost in line with my ears, breathing in. Exhale, rolling up off the mat, looking between the legs. Trying to keep the pelvis there. Try not to scoop the pelvis up as you come up. Coming down, breathing in. Exhale, coming up. Looking between the legs. And down. One more. We're going to stay. We're going to pump the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2. And in. One more set. Good. Bring a leg in. Send the other leg away. And change. And again. And keep going. One more set. Good. Bringing in the legs. Relax the head down. Taking those legs to one side. We're still trying to keep the shoulders down on the mat. And we can look the opposite way to the legs. Big breath in. Bringing the legs over to the other side. And bring the legs in. Good. Good. So I've got my head. I have got it. I am cupping it in my hands, but I'm not pulling on the neck. We're going to leg lower just as much as is comfortable. Another 3, 2, 1. Coming down. Big breath in. Exhale up. And 1, 2, 3. Another 3. Good. Coming down. Here we go one more time. Big breath in. And up. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. 2, 1. Good. And down. And bringing those legs down. And this time, so we've got them in that position that we started with the bridge, but we're just this time going to let the legs fall where they are. So we get a different stretch here from that top pelvis in line with that knee coming down. Breathing in. Exhale, switch over. And switch. And switch one more time. Good. Grabbing behind the legs. Swinging until you come up. We're going to flip over. We're going to come into our pigeon stretch. Bringing our leg underneath. And then just making yourself comfortable to whatever feels good for you. Big breaths in and out. With every breath out, really try and feel those muscles lengthen. Try and really let go of any tension or any gripping. And coming out, let's switch to the other side. Finding that comfortable place. Really take the deep breaths in and out. One last one. Good. And coming up. Let's go into a lunge. So I'm going to take my right leg forward. Set the right leg up first, of alignment between heel and knee. And then I'm going to take the other leg back to wherever kind of feels comfortable for you. And you can either stay here with hands on the mat, or you can come up to resting. That puts a lot more pressure on the knee. You can also always put a cushion under your knee or roll up the mat more for more thickness. If that's not an option at all to have the knee down, can definitely lengthen that leg. And then I've got my right leg forward, so I'm going to put my left hand down on the ground. Breathing in, exhale. Make a nice twist. Really feeling that hand in the air is like reaching to the sky as far as you can. Reach, reach, reach. Make a big circle back. Come back around. We're going to send the weight back. Try and really open up this leg, this hamstring, all at the back here. Lower yourself to where on the leg, wherever is comfortable. You can always flex the foot as well. Breathing in. And once more, breathing in. Exhale. Good. We're going to swap over the leg. So other leg forward. Other leg back, making sure we're not pushing this knee over this heel. We're staying in alignment. On the next big breath in, we're going to take that weight back. Oh no, we haven't done our arms. Hang on. And coming up, forgot the rotation. We'll be lopsided if we don't do it both sides. Big breath in. Exhale. Trace that circle around to bring it back. And now we can go back. This is my bad kind of leg that's not too happy right now. So if you can lengthen your leg, great. And work on bringing that body down. If not, just work into the parameters that is comfortable. Big breath in. Exhale. One more. Good. Coming out. We're going to come into half forward fold. Coming back onto sitting on our glutes. One leg forward, the other leg bent. Have that leg right in front of you. Big breath in. Exhale, and just work your way down to wherever is comfortable. While we're in this stretch, I just want to sign in those other people. Take big breath in here. And with that exhale, really let that body come down more. Good. Breathing in. Exhale. Bringing that leg back in. Let's go to the other side before we do butterfly. So making sure that that leg is right in front of you. Breathing in. Exhale. Walking the body forward. Try and keep that spine nice and lengthened. And just find that point of tension. Good. Big breath in. Exhale. And coming back up. Let's go into our butterfly. So soles of the feet together. You can prop up the knees if they don't feel comfortable. Breathing in, exhale, working your way down. You can also work here on getting more of a stretch by just pushing down into the legs. That feels comfortable. Big breath in, exhale, coming up. Good, bringing those legs together, really rounding the spine over. Tucking that head in to get that stretch down through the neck. And coming back out. I'm going to bring my left leg out, keep my right leg in. I'm going to wrap my left arm around my right and rotate. On every breath out, really try and rotate a little bit further. And coming back, we're going to switch. Wrapping around, try and sit really high up on those sit bones as we rotate. And gliding back. Good, let's come back to our modified plank. And we're going to send the elbows backwards as we try and lower into a push-up. Even if you just come down just an inch, do that. We just don't want those shoulder blades to collapse together. They're going to move, but we just don't want that collapsing and the collapsing in the lumbar spine. So sending, find a position that feels comfortable. Try and have the hands right underneath the shoulders, and then sending those elbows back. And you can, of course, be in full push-up as well. We're just going to do 4. And then we're going to come out to our forearms. We can stay in that modified, or you can come up into a full. Big breath in. Exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale. Good. Coming back. Set yourself up as we go again. And sending those elbows back. 1, 2. Push away the ground. Good. Coming back down onto your forearms. 2 big breaths here. So we go for 1 more round. Here we go. And sending it back. 2, 3, 4, and then coming back. See if you're here, if you could lift a leg and lift another and go again. Good, and coming back into our easy pose where we started. Cross-legged. We're going to take the arm up behind the head. I'm going to stretch. And you can do a bend over as well. Trying to look to the sky. Keeping my sit bones down. Good, and other side. Lifting that head, that arm up behind the head. Pulling that forearm in as much as possible. And looking up. And coming back. Sending the arms behind you. If you can't clasp the arms behind you, using some kind of jumper or something like that, which you can grip onto behind you, works really well. Just to stretch out the chest. I'm saying we go the other way. We're going to curl head to chest. Rounding through the spine when we do this. We're in that flexion. Just lowering to wherever is comfortable. Really letting that head curl in so we can really get that stretch into the neck and head. Big breath in. Exhale. Sitting up. And we're just going to go back to eyes closed. We're sitting in this easy pose. Feel, how does the body feel? What noises can you hear around you? And in your own time, you can slowly open your eyes. Thank you, everyone, for joining this week. If you can remind your colleagues and friends to come next week. I know as the semester goes on, it gets all a little more frantic, but just remember to make sure that you're giving yourself time in the day for yourself. And thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next week.